Hi guys, my name is Bo Short, and I just have been asked by a lot of friends of mine if I would make this video because maybe it's the easiest way to streamline this part of the discussion. And the request was made of me is, why did I choose Jeunesse? Finding the right company is like finding a needle in a haystack. It's like finding lightning in a bottle. There's a lot of good companies in the industry. Significance is never easy to find. The reason I chose Jeunesse is not because it was different, it's because it was right. What Jeunesse did, what I recognized right away when I sat down, is the first company in the history of network marketing to build a global platform before it focused its energies on the largest direct selling country in the world, the United States. They sell products into 110 countries. They built 35 offices around the world, registered their products, and then turned their attention to focusing those efforts into the United States. Now, why is that important? What most companies do in this industry, it's not a criticism, it's a reality. What most companies do in this industry is they start in the United States, and as their sales start to recede, as that wave starts to recede, they then go and they expand into other markets around the world, and it creates other waves. The truth is, it's creating artificial waves because the initial wave, the base wave, the home wave is receding. And so this wave doesn't have anything to attach itself to long term. What Jeunesse did when they decided to build this global platform first, before they focused their efforts into the United States, is they were looking and have created a global flood. Now the reality is, when you're on a wave, it feels similar, but the long-term effects could not be more different. A global flood literally lifts all the boats, whereas waves recede. And so that was very important to me as a student of this, as well as a builder in this, is to have something a legacy that you could literally leave behind, something that you could continue to build on. Their first year of sales, another very important metric in this industry, is 5 years. What did your company do in sales its first 5 years? Because understanding its first 5 years gives you a trend line to the next 10. First year in sales, they did $30 million. Second year, $65 million. Third year, $126 million. Fourth year, $257 million. And fifth year, $419 million. I knew then that they had a trend line over the next 3 years of $1 billion. This is a company that will be the fastest company in the history of network marketing to $1 billion. We did 419 last year. We'll probably end up around 800 or so this year, and we'll do well over $1 billion next year, our 7th year. 30% faster than the previous fastest company in the history of the industry. But that's what happens when you strategize properly, you have the right mix of products, compensation, and you understand the value of a flood. Of the $419 million, only $30 million of it was done in the United States, which speaks to their strategy of let's create something that lifts everyone's boats. Now, they were able to do this for 3 specific reasons: product, compensation, and people. And from a product standpoint, this is really important. They deal in 3 product categories: skincare, nutrition, and weight loss, sports and weight management. And the reason they deal in those 3 categories is those are the monster categories. Those are the categories people clamor to. Now, finding good products in this industry in those categories is not complicated. Finding significant products is almost impossible. And so what Jeunesse did is they took these categories and they created, I think the easiest way to say is they're category creating type of products. In their skincare, for example, it is the first skincare line in history that uses stem cell technology. Now, when you start to do, and I'm not going to get into the details of the products or all that, but I want you to understand it's not just some skincare line. All of their product line is designed to see and feel effects quickly, if not immediately. And that's proven in the Instantly Ageless product. You put it on and you just watch it happen. When somebody says to you, and this is important as a builder, when somebody says, well, how do I know the products work? All you have to do is say, you have 2 minutes. Well, how do you talk to people? Mary, you ever looked in the mirror and felt like you were getting older? How'd you like to never feel that way again? You've got to try this. You got 2 minutes? I mean, when you have a product that has that big of an effect, from their nutrition products. Listen, in my history, 25-year successful history of doing this, I've never been able to say what I'm getting ready to say. It's the only company I've ever been associated with in my life that on our medical advisory board, a gentleman that helps create some of our products, our medical spokesperson last year was nominated for a Nobel Prize. And his area of expertise is stem cell research, and it's that same research that's gone into development of some of our products. I don't know of any company in the world in network marketing that on their medical advisory board is a Nobel Prize nominated physician from 2014. But from their weight loss and sports performance product to their nutrition to their skincare, it's from a product standpoint. Because here's one thing people say, I have to believe in the products. Of course you have to believe in the products. And good products are very prevalent in the network marketing industry. When I started 25 years ago, they weren't prevalent. 25 years ago, good products weren't prevalent. Because of manufacturing processes and making small batches of things. Today, good products are very prevalent. Significant, game-changing products are not. And the fact that we've got a product called Finity. It's rooted in Nobel Prize winning research and science, and it's the only product in the world that you can legally make the claim that it safely lengthens short telomeres. I'm not going to do a deep dive in the science, but do a PubMed search on TA65. I mean, these were things I studied. Not me as a layman. I brought in a gentleman, buddy of mine, that is my product guy. He's a product expert. He makes products. And if I ever say, tell me if these are great products. If they're not great, he says they're not great. And he sat back when he looked at these and studied these and talked to the physicians about these. And he said, Bo, these are not just great, these are significant. So products is number one. Compensation, number two. Wendy Lewis and Randy Ray. Wendy is a mathematician and a programmer by profession. A number of years ago, they built one of the Inc. 500 fastest growing companies in America. Different industry. Interesting. In this industry, they have one of the Inc. 500 fastest growing companies in America. What does that tell you? Follow winners. Attach yourself to winners. But they built a company where they created back office billing systems for the medical community. Sold that, focused their attention on building back office systems for the network marketing industry as well as compensation plans. This is important. This was important to me because what's one of the biggest problems in the industry? You have the haves and the have-nots. You have a handful of people like me that have always made money, and then you have the masses of people that want more time, want more security, want more freedom, want more income, and can't get there. And much of that is rooted in how compensation plans work. What Wendy and Randy knew by creating compensation plans for the industry, they knew that what they saw was the haves and the have-nots. So they recognized that people quit the industry. If you're involved in the industry, people quit your team, not because they don't like you, not because they don't like the products, because they're not making any money. So if you can show somebody how to legitimately, in 8 to 15 hours a week, make an extra $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,500 a month without killing themselves, literally in the time you told them they could do it, what you bought them are two things. You bought them confidence and time. Confidence with the knowledge they could do this and time to actually do this. Everything changes. Everything changes. They're not afraid to call their friends. They're not worried. They have category creating products. They have a product they can call somebody and say, you got 2 minutes? They as a lead product, they've got the opportunity to show somebody, Fred, the other day you mentioned you were a little stressed out at work. You didn't know if you could do this another 20 years. Look, I might have found a solution. You have products that attract customers. You have products that attract business builders. You have a compensation plan that not only attracts business people, but keeps them. So why did I choose Jeunesse? There you go. It was a no-brainer. It was probably the easiest decision I ever made, and looking back, it is the most significant thing I've ever done professionally. And whoever is sharing this video with you is probably sharing this video with you because they're reaching out to you saying, look, if you've done this before, you've probably been frustrated because it's not what you thought it was. This is. Or if you've never done this before and you never thought you would, maybe it's because you never saw the right way to do it.